yeah, I like supports basically, but and my goals kind of are to get my main to 1620, and then the other top two, or one of them, to 1600 by
Are
Voldy.
you on the main region?
I'm in EUC.
Okay. Well, that's what I meant, like not jump starts or. So.
No, no, no.
I mean, you have a
I
cracked
have a bard.
roster.
I have a bard there as well, but that was mainly to buy blue crystals for cheap. So I'm like focusing on these guys a little bit, or right now they're kind of paused because I'm trying to get this 1575 up to 1580, and then I I suck at playing DPS, and I have these three, basically more or less, and this is currently my favorite, but um, I just have too many kind of characters, I guess. All these are going to be slaves forever, and maybe this one will get a chance someday. Um, but I'm trying to figure out if I um, should maybe drop the artists in favor of another bard, or like you honed your alts to 1540 now, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Uh,
I
was that
think.
like a big investment, or
Um.
did
So
you do a
all
lot with
of
characters?
some perspective, because we kind of were all
Yeah,
over the place there.
yeah,
Uh, all of my alts on my entire roster. So a lot of people, because there's a lot of newer players that are seeing my roster and they're thinking that's what I'm telling them to do, and obviously it's not, right? Because I built that roster over a year, and what that allowed me to do is, you always hear me say it, respect the natural order. It allowed me to farm bound materials on those characters, even if it was only one chaos dungeon a week that I was doing. It was still accruing some sort of bound materials, right?
yeah.
So a few things to say to this. One, to push another bard up, how much would it cost you to do so? Would it be starting from ground zero? And if so, I don't think that's something you should just do. I think it's something you should take your time doing, right?
Yeah, I have one prepared, like this one basically, and I have gear for it, and I have the books, and I have like level 10 9 gems,
And
so
how
it would
many
fit.
bound materials has she farmed? Although I will say the
Oh no,
tradables in
it's
that range are really
like
cheap.
yeah, it's brand new basically. It just I power passed it to Hunica or whatever it was,
Okay.
Southburn maybe.
So the next question would be, we talked about alt, the alt going to
Yeah.
1540. So the reason I say that, there was a guy's video, Dubla, I really like him. His video though
Mhm.
said to get the alts to 1520, and I just like fundamentally disagree with that because it's so easy to get, if you have the full set in Brawl, a character to 1540. And
Yeah.
the gains that you get from being 1540, having all the ancient stuff unlocked, is just massive. Like, it's absolutely massive.
Yeah, it
Um,
is.
and it's not, it's a small investment. So to what you had said, that investment, it depends on where your character is. If you're going from 1490 to 1540, well, in addition to the gold investment, you're looking at like an 8 week to 10 week farm investment. And I think it's actually easier now because they've nerfed it. So
Yeah.
I'm BSing that, right? I don't actually know what it is. It might be 4 weeks. But the point is you have that time investment. And then in addition to that time, which will give you time to farm bound mats, so it's always a good thing. But the raw gold, if you're wondering what it would take to just push a character who's already kind of in the range to get there, which it doesn't look like you have anybody in that range, it's not that bad. It's like 70K or something like that. Now, I will
Yeah, I mean,
say,
these have been these I have tons of bound mats, but
but you
I don't.
don't have any set pieces. And that's so no matter what, you have to farm 4 more weeks or you're going to spend a
Yeah, I
really
don't
crazy
really
amount.
want to do Brel on them, so that's kind of the issue, I think.
Okay. Consider buses. They're like 2K right now or something like that. Food for thought. Or
Yeah,
like
true,
1,500. I
I
don't even
guess.
remember what they were. But either way, so
But
back full circle.
yeah,
You have some characters that are actually like my pet peeve, and like
mhm,
and that's that they're at 1560 because one, they're not in your main six, so there's really no added value from 1540 to 1560 other than hard mode Brawl, I think, and then that's it. And then you might even get a chaos dungeon, but the reality is it's not that big of a deal for an alt. I just personal
uh-huh.
opinion, that's like another 150K gold or something like that, and it might be cheaper. But the point is that 1560 is a huge pet peeve of mine. If you do it, you like it, that's fine. I don't support it. That's, I guess is what I'm saying. So why I'm saying this is that you already have most of these characters at 1540 or higher. So I really wouldn't push any of your alts. Can you scroll down? Yeah, like I wouldn't push any of your alts because none of your alts, and maybe the 14, 15 to like 45, but none of your alts in
Mm.
the 85 to 90 maybe, but none of your alts are in a place with the set where I would recommend pushing them. So until you have at least 3 or 4 pieces of Brel, it's just not a good
Yeah.
idea to push those characters. So going
The,
back towards the top, if you wanted to put that bard into the top, you need to put some time into the character. So again, anywhere from 4 to 10 weeks, right? And then if we were gonna pick anything in the top range, which would be maybe like what getting this character to 1580, and then maybe those other 2 supports. You said you might want to drop the artist. Why do you want to drop the artist? Is it just because the bard would be more convenient, or is it because you're just not enjoying the artist?
I love the artist, but the convenience is definitely there, and the gear sharing, the gem sharing. Because if I dropped the artist, I'd get a ton of gems, and I have enough supports as it is. But what I'm thinking about is like I have to have a DPS basically. I gotta push one DPS, and it's probably gonna be the sharpshooter to 1580 to complete like the tower and
True.
whatever future
Any type
content
of
is.
content like that.
But I don't want it in my gold
Ooh.
earners, so it's just having just that feeling of having to have an extra character because I have to use it for something feels
Feels bad.
yeah, it feels bad. Uh, and
From looking at
ideally, I
this,
would
you actually have. Yeah, I didn't notice that he's actually your gold earner.
yeah. No, it's because it fits better with the people I play with. Because some people have a support as well. Usually, I'm just the support for everything. Uh, but my girlfriend has a support, and then I play that one with her support. But
I
it's
gotta be
so
honest with the bards, the way you have them now, it can't be that bad having the artist there. Like you probably have level 10 gems already on the bard.
yeah. I have which one is active? This one. Uh, I have 3 10s and 4 9s.
And if you have anything over 1500 swiftness, you're already fine.
Yeah. No, but this is I
100%
re-geared
uptime.
my main. Yeah, my main's like 1,000 spec and 1,500 swiftness or something similar. So it's
So I
I'm
guess
fine.
why I'm
But it
conflicted is you're already kind of all set on the bards. So is the artist struggling? Does she have like level 4 gems or something?
no, it's fine. I think, but it's I want to just because investing in characters now is kind of a big commitment.
It is. Yeah, we're at the end game
Uh,
stage.
yeah, so before we get to Voldike, I want to have my top six doing a con. I mean, normal is fine, and one or two characters, like one for Voldike normal and one for Voldike hard if I can. Um, but it feels like the ones I choose now, it's kind of be those are going to be the ones that get home in the future and nothing else basically.
That's
Unless
100% true.
I mean the 4090s, sure, I could maybe see them going to 1540 if they remove the gold cost, I guess. Uh,
The
but I
value's
don't know.
there, I promise. But it's not. The value's there if you're going to play them. If you're not going to play them, the value's not there.
Because I have, I mean, I do my 18 raids and then a couple more usually.
Yeah, so you already have such an efficient roster. I don't want to say don't push the bard into the place of the artist because that's not correct. But
Mm.
based on what you want out of this, I mean, you could get the sharpshooter up and running faster because you could just dump the gems on the artist onto him. But then that means you need to spend these next 3 to 4 weeks pushing that bard out.
The sharpshooter is also 5 times 3 plus 2 because I got a
9-7.
970
Oh god, that's cracked.
on him, so I can't really ditch him
Can we see
either.
her gems?
Just sevens.
So yeah, so this is entirely up to you because this is less of a efficiency thing as it is because I just kind of talked about all the things that'll set you back. Pushing that
Hmm.
bard's going to set you back because she has no bound materials in this range, right? So
Yeah.
you're not even at the 1490 range yet. So she still has like a long way to go bound material wise, but you could just buy the materials ultimately because you're such an efficient roster. Like I'm sure you have a ton of excess gold all the time. So you could
Oh,
probably.
I use it all the time.
No, that's good.
But
I like people who use their gold. So
I got lucky with the sharpshooter bow skin, so I'm gonna sell that
but
when
you
I
get
do
what I'm
raid.
saying, right? The underlying principle
Yeah.
here, like you could push the bard into your top things, and it would pay off. It's the good long term plan right now is to do that if that's what you want to do. But the short-term plan right now actually is to just keep the artist where she's at and actually push her. If you could push her to 80, like what does she have for bounds?
Quite a lot, I think. Yeah, about almost.
2,000. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm not gonna say that's enough to get there, but like you definitely have a lot.
Yeah, I'd get to like 1560 and some, depending on luck, I guess.
And she even has the upgrade gems because she was the event character, huh?
Yeah. No, that's the old event, so she has the level
Top right,
5.
the pouches.
Oh, yeah, but that's just level 5, so I
Oh,
didn't
what do
know.
you just keep using the same one on her?
Well, I have. You mean I could go down to like level 5s and try to get by?
You could get by because you could just do less gold. You don't have to get all your gold with her. You could just do the basic content, and you would get by 100%. So it's again, it comes down to what you want out of this. I would honestly recommend getting that last 1580, the 75 to the 80, and then can we take a look at that again?
I think my main. Yeah, this one. I'm working on this one now. So this one should be like by next week, 1580.
And
And
how's
then I
that
need.
bard looking? Oh, so we're gonna check two more things. One, that bard that's 1540 all the way on the right. How's that one looking pound material wise?
Not great because it hasn't been a gold earner ever. So it's
Okay.
kind of been like last hand, last choice for
So
raise.
then I would swap the artist out for gold earning immediately to that bard, because you need to start getting bound mats on that bard.
Well,
For
that
one,
makes sense.
right? Um, that's not a big thing, and then that'll already kind of start you on the process of parking the artist, because you don't need the
Mm.
gems on her if you're just gonna make the bard the gold earner, and you obviously have better gems because your other bards. And then I would just put them on the sharpshooter and start the process now.
The sharpshooter has 7s and a 9,
Yeah,
I
and you
think.
could easily get him maybe like two more eights by giving him the artist's gems.
Yeah, that would be nice. So my top 6 would actually include 1 DPS basically until maybe there's like a super express event for another bard. The one I already started on. Because the one I started on, I started doing like bloodstones and,
If you have
gathering stuff.
if you have 5x3 plus 2, there's no way that sharpshooter's not getting into content
That's
either.
true.
Yeah, so like I mean your account, your roster's so beautifully designed that I don't think you'll have any problems. No, even her, she's got a ton of pounds. Does that say 1986?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, listen, you already know what you need to do. I wouldn't push, I would check the cost on the calculator, obviously, first, to
Hmm.
see if you can push her straight to 80. If you can't push her straight to 80, don't do it. Wait until you got another 1,000, right? Honestly, go back to your roster real quick, your picture of your roster. Here's my recommendation, honestly, just from taking a look at this and knowing what you want. You want a
Yeah.
DPS in your top six. You want to
Yeah.
take the artist out of your top six. You can already do that without even pushing that other bard. Like, you actually already have the capability because you like the paladin, right? You're good with him?
Well, I like him, but I'm not great at playing him. So if I could class change him to a bard, that would be amazing. But he's always been, I keep playing him, and he keeps having tons of mats, and he's always high item level. So I can't really drop him now. It feels weird to drop a
Okay,
1590.
so yeah, so 15, long term plan here. You already can
Mm.
start. Immediately next week, change the artist to this bard for your gold earner. Like, no
Hmm.
hesitation, that's what you're doing. You're taking the gems off of the artist. That's it, she's done. She's a Chaos Dungeon farmer. You're putting them on the sharpshooter to make his gems ultimately better. Your main
Yeah.
goal in this next, like, month, I'm going to break it up into a month instead of actually sitting here breaking it down. Your main goal in the next month really should be that bard to 1580, not the one you're on, but the 75. Like, it's 5 more
Yeah.
taps or whatever it is. So get that done. And then you got to get the sharpshooter at 80. You have to get him to 80 if you're going
Yeah.
to start farming the Akon gear. And then as for this bard, I would not backseat this bard, but I would just keep farming again over the next month. Just farm. You don't put any taps into her. Just farm her for the next month. Get the rest of the materials you need,
Mm.
and then push her up as well.
That makes sense.
Now, your next or your last goal, so we can kind of end this off. Your last goal is that you want to have one character at hard mode voldis and one character at normal. Well, you already have one character at normal. which is the
Yeah.
Bard. You have the Paladin, who's right behind that, who I think you could honestly, because we still have 2 months left, I honestly think you could easily push him to 1600. No problems, no sweat, no stress if you're just doing his content every week, just with the bound mats from Akan and Kyangle alone. So really, your challenge here, you have an easy set for what you want. Very easy. You're going to immediately swap out the artist, give the gems to the sharpshooter. The sharpshooter's jacked as fuck already from what you've told me. You're going to get this bard to 1580, the one that's 75, no problem because it's 5 taps. So the hardest parts of your goals in the next month are going to be this character here that you're on, 1540, getting her enough
Yeah.
materials to get to 1580. And then the bigger challenge is the 1610 or 1620 that you need for fucking the main bard. That's actually where you should be dumping your material. I got to be honest with you, that's where you're going to hit your wall. Getting your main
On
character
the
to
main.
hard ready.
Yeah. Yeah, I suspected as much. But
Especially because I
I'm
don't know
doing
about
hard.
your
Gonna
region, but
start
our
doing hard
stones are.
mode. Gonna start doing hard mode Con next week
Yeah, you
on
need
it.
to. You need to for the
Yeah.
materials if that's your goal. Um, and not to mention the fact that I don't know what your stone cost is, but our stones are at 98 gold a pop for radiance right now. So if yours are anything close to ours, they're not coming down for a
Mm.
little while.
Oh, it's way cheaper here, I think.
So I would. Oh man, dude, that you might want to start stockpiling them with your excess gold. So make a budget plan too. So all right, let's if we were going to talk about this in a budget sense, I would take 10% of your budget and put it towards the 1575 Bard because she's basically done. You're there, right? As a matter of fact, honestly, if you could just afford to do it this week or next week, I would just fucking do it just because she's right there. Second, I would honestly put 30% because you want the sharpshooter in your top. I would put 30% of your gold. So 10% towards the bard, that bard. 30% towards the sharpshooter, right? That leaves you at 60% of your gold left. I would then take 10 to 20%, and actually I'd say 10. So we're going to say 10%. You're going to put 10% towards this bard, 30% towards the sharpshooter of all your gold earnings. That's 40%. You're going to take 10% and put it towards the 1540 bard over the next month, right? So that's 50%.
Mhm.
And then 50% of your gold you're going to put towards that main bard, which is crazy because we're
Yeah.
not even including the paladin. But for the next 4 weeks, that I
Yeah, but he's
genuinely
gonna be
believe
fine. He just got
he'll
his
make
third
it.
piece, I think,
Exactly.
and
Oh,
I
so
got
you're even ahead.
three.
Yeah.
I got 3 pieces on my main as well, I think.
So you're way ahead on the paladin. So I would just ignore him for a whole month. Genuinely, just ignore him for a whole month. So again, the plan is, could you repeat it back to me? Where are you going to break up your gold?
Like 10% on the 75 bard, 30 on the sharpshooter, and a little bit on the 1540 bard, and
10%.
half of it.
Put
Yeah,
like
10%.
2K aside, 3K aside a week
Yeah,
for.
and then like 50% on the main.
Yeah. Because I just, and this isn't me being a pessimistic, this is we're making smart goals, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely, right? So for
Yeah.
that to be true and to be logistic or logical, that's going to be your neck. That's going to be your bottleneck. Like, she's definitely. Can we go to her for a second to 1602 and see what you got going on her? Because I'm assuming that you actually just hit 1600 too.
Yeah, pretty recently. I was 1580 when Con started.
Because the shard cost alone to get to the hard mode is crazy. It's not even the fucking stones and shit, which will also throw you a wrench. But I was
I'm
just
doing 6 daily quests on it and chaos every day. I
smart.
like doing chaos dungeons, so I'm lucky there.
And we're getting padded. I don't know if you get the arc pass, but we're getting padded with honor shards. So I mean, it's not like it's you can't make up the honor shards very easily. It's just I really do think that this character is going to be that. That's the only goal I saw there that seems not unrealistic, but a lot harder.
The only chests I have are shards, basically, because I never used them on any, or like not recently had to use them on anything.
That's the best way to go about it. Is to just save them for when you need them. I have that thing that I say use as you need. I can't stand when people use everything on one character and then they end up hitting all one taps and they're like, oh no, now I have excess. Yeah, because you fucking opened them before you needed to.
Yeah, I was really lucky with my main. Like,
Tap wise.
I got my chest piece up to +20.
You're
Uh,
crazy. You're crazy.
and then I ran out of Con stuff to hone, so I
So
honed
can you do one more
modified.
favor with me with her? Do not tap her till
Yeah.
you have the rest of your 6 pieces. Play the long
Ooh,
game.
it's gonna be tricky. Yeah, I'm gonna try. No, I need the gold for the other guys anyways.
It's
So
not just that, but if you don't play, you can still put the gold aside. It's called savings, right? If you don't play the long game with her, you could punish yourself and you might miss the mark. Because go to those pieces that are 20. What are they, like 1650 or something? 1625? Oh,
yeah,
maybe, though. So 1620, 1625. So you have to get them plus 19 anyway. So I guess you could push these pieces. Actually, what is hard mode? Is it 1610 or 1620?
1620.
16, 20. So what I would actually recommend is if I'd push him to 19, because you have to eventually anyways.
Yeah, I started. I got the pants to 18, and then I got a new piece. I switched over to tapping that a little bit.
Don't make that 20th push. Don't do it to yourself. And don't use any
No,
of your free taps. You wait to use your free taps on the 12s to 13, 13 to 14s.
it was easier at
You have
first because I had so
5
much saved.
things too. You have 5 presets.
Yeah, I had a DPS set, the specialization set, the raid set, swiftness, and chaos dungeon,
The
and
options that come to when you play one character versus 23 different characters.
just like I kind of like having an actual main.
Me too.
So,
Me
but I
too.
can't get a 9/7. How hard it doesn't matter how hard I try. So I'm gonna have to like settle
Eventually
for
get it. You'll
yeah.
eventually get it.
But it's
Can we look at her
no,
bounds? Because that's really what I wanted to see. Like, I already know by your honor shards that you don't have the honor shards to push her to 25 or to 20.
no. I'm expecting to have to use some. Uh,
I mean, you're not doing bad on bound mats, though. I mean, you are in stones, but that's probably because you were just tapping not too long ago. But, like, your reds aren't that bad. Um,
no, I'm gonna probably do the weapon last and just try to squeeze as much item level as I can from the armor.
Try to use as many of those honing mats, like the blessings and stuff, on her.
Yeah,
Like, because she's going to be your neck, so you really do need to use them on her. Don't use them on the other characters. Let the other characters suffer, because the suffering on them is not going to be the same as suffering on her.
no, it's gonna be awful at the end there.
So, how do you feel about
Yeah.
that? Did we cover kind of
It feels
everything?
nice. I was already kind of planning on pausing this for a while until I get the full set. And the only thing I'm not, I mean, I have these because I kind of retired the sword, took the gems off it, so it's just chaos now. This one with the 9/7, of course, I want to play it, and it's also fun. The gun lancer
Take the gems
would
off
be
your
fun.
artist, since you're already done with all their gold, right?
I think so.
Yeah, fuck it. Go take the gems off her and do it now.
The gun lancer would be fun to play, but I can't play more characters because there's not enough time.
I agree with that. As a matter of fact, I was actually thinking about making a video. I was looking at the bus cost for a con because
Hmm.
I just today spent so much time in Lobby Simulator. I was getting aggravated with it, and I hate busing, right? But like, I was like, dude, you know what? Like a half hour. It's not even like 20 minutes of my paycheck or 20 minutes of an hour on my paycheck, right? Of my paid hour.
Yeah,
Not right now. 20 minutes of my paid hour I could put towards paying for the bus. I waited for 40 minutes in Lobby Simulator, and then the raid itself, we spent 20, 30 minutes on gate one because we had a couple wipes, and then overall it was like an hour, right? You added it all up, it was like 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours of pay, I could have paid for a bus, been fucking in and out in like less than an hour. Do you know what I mean? And then
yeah.
just did Chaos Dungeons with the rest of the time. So I'm actually, for the first time ever on this game, because I'm working so much, I'm contemplating fucking just paying for buses.
No, but I mean it makes sense. I rarely have since I tap so much and stuff. I rarely have extra gold, and I like raiding as well. But I got pre-mates for all my accounts right now, and probably will have for 6 characters
Perks
eventually.
of being a support fucking roster.
Yeah,
All right, let's take these off of her. Oh, they're locked though. Can you even take these off of her?
yeah, I can take them off, but I can just
You have to wait the
unlock them
hour.
when.
Damn it! I wanted to make the end of the video you combining these for this sharpshooter.
No, but having like multiple of the same characters, I don't buy gems. I just farm them.
Just farm them.
So
Yeah, of course.
yeah, and
Even
I've
me,
been
I have
selling
all different
gems
characters.
lately.
I still farm them.
Yeah, that's a bit crazy, but
Thanks.
no, I've been selling some 7s and 8s lately just to hone more. But ideally, I would like not to do that.
All right, I'm gonna end this because I think you know what you want.
Yeah,
Could you repeat it one
yeah,
more
yeah, yeah.
time to me? What you think you're gonna be doing,
I'm gonna kind
and
of
the time
retire
frame,
the artist
that you have for the
like
goal.
in the next month or so. I'm gonna put 10% on this one, 30 on this, 10% gold on this, and 50% on the main.
And that
But
doesn't mean that you're spending it every day. It just means that you're putting aside set. If
yeah,
you make 100K a week, you're putting 50K a
I
week
wish
for him.
I wish I had a bank
And
like
actually, for that
in my
character,
storage.
for that character, your main, right? Because you
Mhm.
show me your market? You said the stones are cheap right now. For that character, your main, the 1600, depending on your radiant stone prices, I would actually that 50K that you put aside or that 50%, consider buying the materials you need for her. Just food for thought.
Did you say you were paying 98,
Oh yeah,
or should
no,
you
yours are
gone?
fucking up there too. Yours are up there
Yeah,
too.
l-
Oh man,
they've gone
dude,
up a
yeah, you
lot
all of your
because
event
I used,
materials and shit, I'd be putting into her. Not don't
yeah,
pre-open them, but like you really do need to save it because I don't see these coming down for a little while.
I've been buying these at 60 most of the time, so they're
Fuck,
up, way up.
massive fuck.
Yeah. Okay, so that's gonna kind of slow things down
Are you a spender by chance?
a little bit.
Did
Yeah.
you already get the arc pass?
Yeah.
Okay, that's why it looks. I didn't. It looked like it wasn't bought, and I couldn't tell. But I think that just means you completed it, right?
I
Or
don't like the skins, so
oh,
I'm
it's
not
different than
getting
the
super
premium
crazy.
color. Ooh, I didn't notice that. I never noticed that.
But
Okay.
this is like a no-brainer, basically.
Oh yeah, for sure
I
for the
don't
value
mind
of them.
buying a little bit of gold as well sometimes, but right now the blue crystal prices dropped, so it's not
No,
as
that's
fun.
not why I was saying it. I was because I was literally seeing the arc pass, so I was wondering if you had gotten it. Because I was gonna say, dude, for your value, like that wouldn't be bad to help this process. Okay,
No,
so
it's
on
a
your main bard, you need to do all her content. Like actually
yeah.
though, like all her Kyangel, you need to do her Hearticon, you need to do Unrested. Like you actually do need to play that character Unrested. I never recommend that to people, but like, you're not gonna
No, but I
make
do
the
that anyways. I usually start the day off with doing the top three uh for
chaoses.
all their dailies. Yeah,
Okay.
all their dailies and whatever, and I do 6 daily quests for leaps and honor shards.
Okay. Yeah, then you should be good. Feel free to take advantage of the Akan shop and all the other shops in the
Oh
game.
yeah, there are shards there. I
Yep.
don't think I bought those yet.
There's
That's
that,
quite a
and then
lot.
in addition, go to that. Not this character. You have to swap to her real quick. I'm sorry.
The domain? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I want you to go to the Legion Exchange shop, and this is something that I'm only going to recommend to you. I would never recommend this to other people. But
Which
once you
one is
get
that?
your 6-piece set, and because you're still going to be doing her, because now that you're doing hard mode of con, you should be able to clear that up in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You should be able to get the rest of her pieces. In the Legion Commander shop, there's the last page where you can trade the eyeballs for raw materials. I would start getting her shit, and you'll see in a second. Um,
Yeah, my PC is pretty crap, so
I don't think so. It's loading relatively fast. And I'm gonna go eat dinner with my wife anyway, so it's kind of worked out. I can get a video up tonight, raw footage, instead of having to edit something. This would be better.
nice.
Yeah, no, thank you. This actually is huge, and you have a very, very different perspective than a lot of the other players we work with. I'm probably gonna call it the whales perspective. No, I'm kidding. So I'm gonna call it six, probably six support roster. Seems like
Yeah,
a good way to
sure.
title it. Because you have a very efficient roster, very efficient. That's why your
Yeah, that was
sharpshooter
kind of
is
my goal.
really, really not a bad idea. Because having one
I need to
DPS
go to
with
like Algacia, right? Or
no, you can go
just
anywhere,
any.
any Legion Commander shop. Top right. Yep. But you having all these supports allows you to put a lot more effort into the sharpshooter than like I can with having 4 DPSs in my main.
Yeah,
Okay, so Legion Commander shop. It's on the left. See the Legion Raid Exchange.
that one.
Mm-hmm. And then the last page, Eye of Decay. So after you get your con stuff, I would actually recommend coming in here and buying these every week. The
Oh,
material
nice.
chest. Yeah.
I hadn't even seen that one.
A lot of people
That's
haven't. If you scroll down, actually, I think there's more shit too, if I remember correctly. Maybe not. So yeah, just at the top. Just keep that
yeah.
in mind. It's just like the Kyangel shop. So same thing with the Kyangel shop. I would probably like if you go to the Kyangel, it's like the Abyss Raid. It won't be in here. You gotta go to the Abyss Raid.
Oh yeah, I buy those
Yeah.
every week,
Yeah. Even
more
if
or
it's the
less.
lower tier of materials, just keep combining
Yeah,
them up. Like you're basically
you
trying
get
to get everything you
shards
can.
anyway, so and I can get these. That will
Yeah.
help a lot.
Yep. That will be massive. And you probably have the stones too, if I'm being honest. No, you already used the stones. The leaps.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Like
this is gonna
owning.
be
What
where
can I
you'll
say?
make the difference.
Yeah.
Everybody likes owning. It's probably the most satisfying part of the game. But that's
No,
it.
this was nice. It's nice to get somebody else's perspective.
Yeah.
Uh, thank you.
And thank you for still being around and hanging out,
I don't worry about it. I like your content, so I'm gonna stick around.
even when I yell at people.
Yeah. No, but I mean, I found you and I liked how you behave or whatever you want to call it. So
I got
it's
this dude in
interesting.
the Discord. He keeps asking people. He's like, "Do you guys like his rants and his long format videos?" And everybody he's asked so far has said yes. And I think it's funny because he's asking people who are clearly in the Discord because they're fans of the channel, right? And
Yeah.
I feel bad because every time I get to say, "Haha, I told you so," right? But like I know it's because he's asking. If he asked a larger pool of people, more people would probably say no. But
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be different YouTubers as well, right? We're
yeah,
all different too. So
well, it's supposed to be art at the end of the day, right?
yeah,
Like if we're all making
keep
the same
doing what
shit,
you're
then
doing. So
yeah, I'm having fun with it. I'm having more
yeah,
fun now that I get the validation. Like when I talk to people like you and I get to hear like you actually do enjoy it. Um,
yeah, no, it's awesome. I mean, I don't even care if you're like wrong on your predictions or whatever. It kind of makes sense, and you explain it, and I mean, it's up to everyone to think themselves as well. So
what I love too is that you said that is like often in the videos I'll say where things can go wrong, right? I use the word caveat. I'm like a caveat with that is because the reality is things can go wrong. Like take the market prediction that I made with the economy going up, right? And I thought both sides
yeah,
would go up. I didn't know they were going to give us Gold Frog and the Fate of Ember fucking update in the same week, right? And then the thing
no,
with the array is nobody could have anticipated that the bots were going to come back. So now the bots came back and the fish prices has plummeted, right? So it's I make these predictions, but then that doesn't change the ecological impacts that can happen. It's just like the real world. Nobody saw COVID coming when COVID hit, and then all the economy crashed, right? So it's the same concept. I
yeah,
make the predictions based on logical deduction, and then if the logical deduction is usually wrong, it's usually due to something unseen or unforetold update wise or ecological impact, right? Um,
yeah. I even scrapped doing life skilling on my second roster because it was too time consuming.
I was gonna make a video with this one kid. I hate to say it though. Like I'm not praising this, but it is kind of interesting. This guy does. He's got 20 different Steam accounts. Right. Just bear with me. He's got 20 different Steam accounts. He doesn't even raid. Right. Other than like his main character, but he has 20 different Steam accounts, and he only does trade skills. And I was gonna do the video with him because I have the metrics, but I'll end the video on this. But he he spends, if I remember correctly, it was 2.5 to 4 hours a week or something like that. And he brings in like 1,000,000 gold or something like that a week, and it's actually fucking baffling
Jesus.
because all he's doing is trade skills. And now he's taking a hard hit because fish went down, like and prices are dropping because the pots are back, right?
Yeah.
But when the prices were fucking skyrocketed, he was making like 1,000,000 gold a week for like 5 hours of his time. We'll even round up, we'll say 10 hours of his time. I don't even make 1,000,000 gold for 20 hours of my time. He was
No,
making, right? Isn't that fucking baffling? So I was like, dude,
yeah.
it's like in a sense it wasn't a bad idea. Now here's the caveat though, he has to send that gold from all the different characters to one roster, right? So it's very efficient. It's filthy.
Yeah.
It's fucking dirty. But at the same time, I did say to him, I was like, that looks boring as shit. Like it did. It looked boring as shit. Like it was grindy as fuck. And it gets there's certain thresholds where you're like, dude, you're swapping accounts constantly. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and you could use different softwares to run it all on one computer at once, but without exposing him for doing that. But like he definitely did it the most efficient you could probably do it.
Feels risky though.
It's just you're playing a game, and that's kind of where I draw the line with some people. I make these efficiency videos to try to help you play the game and be efficient while playing the game, right? Some of
Yeah.
these guys that are talking about piloting and busing and all that, the way that they're selling it is like they're actually creating a career out of it. And that's where it's like this shit doesn't apply to the average player. The average player doesn't want to make 20 fucking Steam accounts. Do you know what I mean? The average player doesn't want to
Yeah.
sit here and set up bus lobbies and have 3 accounts to advertise it all day. The average player wants to be able to get on the game and play the game. And that's why I teach stuff from the average player's perspective. Here's how the average player can capitalize on Rust and all these other systems that are already in the game to make their life better and or easier. And that's kind of what I try to do with the channel. Is just
Yeah.
speak to the average player. Because again, the average player doesn't want to make 20 fucking Steam accounts. Although I'm telling you, I contemplated it when I saw that. I was like, that's a lot of gold. That's a lot of gold.
Yeah. But you'd have to like completely play the game in a different way, and you know, rating is why we play this game most of the time.
Yeah, and he
So
only does one character with the raids. That's the craziest part. But his character's
mm,
fucking juiced. He's like 1630 already. 1630, all
yeah,
level 10 gems. Like he just has everything. 5, 3 plus 2, fucking you name it. Like he's gonna have a max elixir probably when it comes out. Like So I will say, like, his one character is the juiciest. Like 100, he had like 100 quality on all of his jewelry, just cracked.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, absolutely cracked. But think about it. He's taking 1,000,000 gold, and that's just what I saw towards the tail end, right? If he's been doing this
Yeah.
since the beginning, then you gotta imagine, even if he had like 500K a week, 4 weeks, that's 2 mil. We don't even make. I don't even make that in a month. Do you know what I mean? So like, let's just
No.
hypothetically say for 5 months he was doing that. That's what, 10 million gold or some shit like that. 10 million gold dumped into one character. Like, what do you even buy with 10 million gold on one character? You know, so like,
It would be interesting to see like lifetime earned gold
well, that's
somehow.
what we are gonna do with the video. I'm not kidding. I was supposed to do it with him like yesterday or something like that, and I just didn't do it because I was like, dude, this is gonna be a long ass video. Because that's what we're
Yeah,
basically
but
gonna do. We're gonna
it
track
would
it
be
from the
interesting to
beginning.
see like for my account, for example, like how much have I actually earned from raiding since day one?
Okay. I see what
Just
you're
like
saying.
how much is invested into this roster? That would be interesting to know.
It's hard. It's a hard
Yeah,
metric
it's
because how many
impossible. I
characters
mean,
did
it's
you level with the
impossible
pass
to.
or
I still have all the characters. I wanted to delete the gunslinger, but my girlfriend won't let me because it has event skins or like arc pass skins on it or something. So I'm supposed to keep those. But I don't really want to make any new characters, so I'll just try to work with the ones I have.
I love your roster. If I could go back, I would have did what you did.
If I would start over again, I'd just make 6 bards and then
Right
make
though.
another 6 bards and work with those 12.
It's hands
And
down one of the most efficient ways to play this game.
yeah, but I wouldn't even bother with tower and all that crap. I'd just do it like get DPS build on one and hope for the best, basically.
And you could do 5 bards and still have 1 DPS. That's the craziest thing.
Yep.
By being so efficient like you are, you have that excess amount of resources to put towards something else.
This has been great. I'm gonna let you go have your dinner, and I think it's time for me to go to bed because it's almost 2 a.m. or half past one.
Thank you for this.
Take care.
Yeah, you too, sir.
Bye bye.
Soft buns. Soft buns.
Yeah, that's me.
See you, brother.
Take care.
All right, guys. So that was pretty good. We'll just turn on the camera. Thank you guys for tuning in. Obviously, this is just a quick little check-in at the end of the video. I've been very busy, right? Last week I put another 110 hours in, so like I'm working a lot, right? And I just want to flash something really quickly. I am not playing that much, right? 37.7 hours in the last 2 weeks. Like, I'm really not, like, my jump start is stagnant as fuck because I don't know where to find the time. Right, to put this in perspective, I'm working 100 between 2.5 jobs, 2 full-time, 1 part-time job. And at one job, I never get out on time because they suck at their fucking job. I'll say it like it is. So I'm always getting out late, 30, 40 minutes. So you could really pretend that that's even more, but we'll just say 10 hours of travel time. So 100 hours on the clock, like actual guaranteed timing. 10 hours of travel time, you know, the time getting up in the morning, driving there, driving home, driving down to the job, etc., etc. So that's 110. That's 168 in a week. That means I have 58 hours left in the week. And then I'm somehow playing this game 20 fucking hours in a week. So then you have to assume I'm sleeping like 20 to 30 hours a week. I'm exhausted, right? I'm absolutely beat. I'm doing the push up competition with you guys. And I'm telling you guys, I'm trying to show you that human fucking spirit, right? Like Kadan in that video, we are beasts. We can do more. We can be more. We will be more. And I don't care if it's just a gaming video. Like, that's what I'm here to promote. And that's why eventually the channel is going to take a different approach. We're going to start talking about real world fucking things because I don't care how many people I keep compared to how many people I gain, right? We're here to make a movement slash mission out of this shit. That's why I'm not even upset with these other content creators anymore in this game because I'm so fucking beyond that shit. Like, I don't care, right? They want to make shitty content and badly influence people just to get subscribers and farm people out of it. Let them do their thing. I don't care anymore. But the reality of it is I am trying. I am trying so fucking hard to give you guys content and to get all this done. Like, that's the other thing. I'm editing like anywhere from 1 to 3 hours, a week, maybe even more sometimes to these videos. So, big shout out to Wojciech in the Discord for everything you've been doing lately with the Discord, all the emoji stuff, because you really are taking a shit ton of the burden off of me. Shout out to everybody in the Discord who's answering people's questions. Tygal, all of you guys. I feel sad, man. Everybody who's helping someone and being there for somebody when they need you and I can't be there. Massive shout out to Zach for being at like 1,500 push-ups or something. You sicko. Um, yeah, I just want to say thank you guys, for everything. Stay tuned. Keep evolving your mentalities. If you're a part of the Evolved Mentalities and you've joined us in our army of Evolved Mentalities, then you damn well know what it takes to be great. And it means sacrifice, and it means struggle, and it means exactly what I'm talking about right now. It means having no time and finding time somehow. It means this. So I'm going to let you guys go. Stay tuned for more. Hit that like, hit that comment, hit that subscribe, not just for me, but for the person Soft Buns who did the video with me. And let's keep growing this movement. Let's keep growing this mission, right? Like, let's keep fucking pushing the bar higher and higher. Next month, right? We have, I think, we're at 17 days. We have 13 days left or something like that. We're going to be doing sit-ups in addition, or crunches. We haven't figured out ones, or leg lifts, something ab-based in addition to the push-ups. So we're not just going to be doing push-ups next month. We're stepping this up. Like, you think that I'm going to tone it down? You think I'm going to ramp it down? No, I actually just got a job offer for double the money that I'm making at one job, and I'm not even going to quit. I could quit both jobs and take this one job. Instead, I'm going to keep one job and quit one job, right? I'm not sure where yet. Actually, I haven't decided. But no, we're going to ramp it up. You think I'm going to slow down? I'm not. We're going to keep pushing harder and harder, and that might mean that I am tired in a good portion of these videos when I'm talking to you guys, but that does not mean we are going to slow down. We are here to show you what the human body and the human spirit is fucking capable of, just like Adon in that thaemine reaction video. All right? So stay tuned. Keep watching. Keep liking. Keep commenting. Keep subscribing. Keep sharing it, because, I mean, what other content creator are you guys watching that can possibly teach you this shit? To teach you to push beyond your limitations, to teach you to evolve your mentality. Yeah, that should be a motivational speaker. I mean, come on, it's pretty good.